Tomorrow night to the Mountain Moonshine Classic. Here's your starting lineup for the Group A feature. 30 laps here at SMS. Great job, all of our folks here tonight. Tiffany Swisher doing a great job producing. All of our camera folks, the drone, the Brandon Ford pace truck in the infield. The Racing for Heroes start zone. The first feature of the night here at Smoky Mountain Speedway on Mountain Moonshine Weekend in the Great Smoky Mountains. The Ferguson cousins. We go down to turn one. Out in turn two. It's going to be Chris Ferguson with the lead in that Team Zero Blue Quiz car. Carson Ferguson runs in second. Third spot. Going to go side by side down the straightaway. Chris leads lap one. Top three will be locked into the show tomorrow night. Chris Ferguson in the Team Zero Blue Quiz Clemens of the Smart Transportation number 22 with the lead. Ferguson in second. Davenport down the back straightaway. Jonathan Davenport will have a run on second spot as they dive into turns 3 and 4. Out of 4. Davenport in there tight. It's still Carson Ferguson holding down lap number 2 in the books. Chris Ferguson looking good in his father, Brian. Counters in 3. Will Roland runs in 4th. Landford is 5th. 6th runs Dale McDowell. Carson Ferguson down the back straight with the 2-time ready to take the national champion. The 23-year-old at the Kill Power Plant. Hunter Lewin, the Kill in the house tonight up here in the suite. Now we got a battle all over the racetrack as they're trying to get up there through there. And we got a car slowing off at turn 4. And we have a Gorsuch Performance caution. And it is for the 12 of Wooster, Ohio's Doug Drought of that sports car. So the Gorsuch Performance Solutions caution coming out for the 12 car of Doug Drown. So Chris Ferguson is your leader. Carson Ferguson is second. Jonathan Davenport is third. Will Rowland is fourth. Fifth is Trevor Landrum. Sixth is Dale McDowell. Seventh is Devin Moran. Eighth is Mike Marlar. Ninth is Jimmy Owens. And 10th runs Hudson O'Neill. Our timing and scoring not working. I believe there's 3 in the books. We'll double check that. So Doug Drown bringing out the caution. Again, we have the Heartbeat Hot Sauce Hot Pit in the infield. By the way, for your favorite Heartbeat Hot Sauce flavor, go to Amazon.com. Over off that, help those out that help out racing with the Lucas Oil Late Model Earth Series. I guess we have 5 in the books. Ferguson, Davenport. Carson's going to pick the bottom on JD. So 5 officially in the books. The ever-popular waiting on data. 5 in the books in the Spartan Transportation, Diff Tran Machining, K&K Trucking, Live Oak, Aesthetic Family Dentistry. 22 of the 33-year-old, the reigning Show Me 100 winner from a year ago, Chris Ferguson. And these features do count in the all-time win list. No championship points awarded here tonight. As they come out of turn 2. Turn 4 rather, down the main straightaway. See if we will go green next time around. Doug Drown rejoins on the tail. 22 starters, all 22 left running. Chris Ferguson is led from the drop of the green at the Racing for Heroes start zone. We'll go to the Racing for Heroes restart zone with Chris Ferguson, Carson Ferguson, Jonathan Davenport. Out of turn 4 as we start lap 6. Oh, that was close. Carson Ferguson over the nose of Davenport, and here comes Will Rowland. Here comes Trevor Landrum down the back straightaway. The 3-time Florence Speedway truck champion. Out of turn 4. It's Chris Ferguson still showing the way at 22. Devin Moran throwing the slider on Trevor Landrum. And here comes Jimmy Owens. No surprise, we're in East Tennessee. Jimmy Owens, they are going at it out of turn number 2. McDowell, Landrum, and Alberson as Chris Ferguson still leads. Carson Ferguson still second. Davenport runs in third. 7 laps in the books down the back straightaway. 23 to go. The top 3 trying to pull away. Will Rowland solid in third, or rather fourth in 22. Then it's Moran, Owens, Landrum, Alberson, Dale McDowell. In the top 3 right now. If they stay that way, they will be in the main event tomorrow night and in the dash. Remember, Carson Ferguson ran well here a year ago, nearly won one of the preliminary night races. As they come out of turn number 4, it's still Chris Ferguson down the main straightaway, 10 in the books. 20 to go. Davenport is still third. Will Rowland solid in fourth. Fifth is Moran. Sixth is Jimmy Owens. Those top 3 still setting up blistering pace. There's Devin Moran at 99. He runs in 5th. 6th still is Jimmy Owens. 7th is Landrum. 8th is McDowell. 9th is Alberson. 10th runs Mikey Marler. Hudson O'Neill is 11th. Top 3 already to turn 1 as we go to the split box. Out at turn number 2. The Ferguson cousins putting on a show here tonight. Carson Ferguson get his first win in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series behind the M2 of Caden Mullinax. Here comes Carson Ferguson on the bottom. He took a shot at his cousin on the turn number 2 down the back straightaway. And here comes Davenport into turn number 3. JD stuck his nose to the inside of Carson Ferguson right now in that 3rd spot. Down the main straightaway. Right now 14 in the record books here tonight. Chris Ferguson has led every lap so far into 22. The Team Zero Blue Quiz Clements into turn 3. Works around the 11. Abonde out of turn 4. It's still Chris Ferguson. 15 down, 15 to go halfway in this first feature. It's still Chris Ferguson, Carson Ferguson, Jonathan Davenport running in third as they come out of turn 4. 4th is Will Rowland. 5th is Devin Moran. 6th runs Jimmy Owens in 20. Then it's Dale McDowell, Garrett Alberson, Mike Marler, Hudson O'Neill, and Max Blair. The top 11. Carson Ferguson. Carson Ferguson is not letting Chris get out of his sights now. At turn number 2 they go. 17 down, 13 to go. Now behind into turn number 1. Out at 2. Around the 1, Brent Vosbergen, the Perth, Western Australia. And we've got a Gorsuch Performance Solutions caution on the racetrack. And it's Will Rowland. Man, Heartbreak Hotel running in the 4th spot for the Jasper, Georgia driver. Off the pace in turn number 4. He was putting on a show here in 22. His best run ever in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. In that Capital 22, the Rowland tire entry for his father, Mark Rowland. So unofficially, 18 laps in the books. Second caution of the night. Gorsuch Performance Solutions caution. He's in the Heartbeat Hot Sauce Hot Pit. And we'll see if he will continue on as he makes his way to the infield, and no urgency for the 22. Man, great run for the youngster, Will Rowland out of Jasper, Georgia. In the 4th spot, Brady, looks like his night is ended.
We'll try to get a word with Will Rowland here. Picking up on the side of him. Will Rowland pulling it. Still has the engine running. Still trying to get it, helmet off of Will Rowland. And Will, you had a really good run going right there. We saw you get high at turn number 4. We saw you pull in. What happened out there?
My motor's running real hot and the racetrack's fast. You can't really lift a whole lot, and I ain't got a bunch of motors sitting in the shop, so I can't ruin this one.
Can't ruin us here tonight, so go back and regroup and try to get tomorrow night.
Yeah, we have a really good race car. We're going to try again and see if we can fix this problem for tomorrow night.
All right, so overheating problems for Will Rowland.
All right, Brady, great job down in the Heartbeat Hot Sauce Hot Pit. So Rowland, who was running in 4th, is out, so it'll be still Chris Ferguson, Carson Ferguson, Jonathan Davenport. Devin Moran will now be 4th. 5th will be Jimmy Owens, as we'll bring him around here out of turn 4. So then it's Trevor Landrum at 18, Dale McDowell in the 17M, Garrett Alberson in 58, Mike Marler, Hudson O'Neill, Max Blair, then Austin Neely, Corey Hedgecott, Garrett Smith, Doug Drown in car number 12. Man, you hate to see that. A great run going for the youngster out of Jasper, Georgia. As we come out of turn number 4, 18 in the books, 12 to go. Back underway. Moran's going to look at the inside, out of the outside, and on the bottom, and here comes Jimmy Owens at 20. Owens and Moran go side by side briefly on the turn number 2. Chris Stills lead Carson at turn 3 and 4. Out of turn 4, it is still hammered down at Smoky Mountain. Chris Ferguson has led every lap here tonight. 11 to go. Carson Ferguson right there on the turn number 2 gets a good run down the back straight away. Davenport is still 3rd. Again, Moran 4th. Owens runs in 5th. And shout out to Trevor Landrum, 3-time Florence track champion, doing a good job as it still continues to be out of turn number 2. Chris Ferguson showing the way. 10 laps to go. They'll have 9 to go coming up. Chris Ferguson, a little bobble there. Here comes Carson. Here comes Davenport. Good 3-car battle. Moran trying to make it a 4-way tussle. Out of turn number 2. 9 to go. And the Gorsuch Performance Solution caution is out. And we got a wreck in turn 4. And we got one on its lid. Trevor Landrum, who had a good run going on his top coming out of turn 4. He is okay, Trevor Landrum. And he had a great run going in the top 6 here tonight at Smoky Mountain Speedway. For those watching at home here on MAF TV on Flow Racing, we'll see what happened as they go into turn 3. And he hooked the berm there on the bottom and then came up the racetrack. And ends up on his top. Again, he is okay. That Team Zero Bloomquist car for the 3-time Florence Speedway track champion. And they're going to turn him back over. You see the left rear tire off the rim. Lucas Oil Smoky Mountain Speedway safety crew right on it. There's his dad, Steve Landrum. So Will Rowland, who was running in fourth, tough break for him, overheating, and then Trevor Landrum again. I believe he was running in sixth. And hooked the berm in turn 4 with the nose. As we will slowly get him back on all fours. So 21 laps have been completed, 9 to go. There's Trevor trying to get out of the car. Just trying to be careful with it, not to inflict any more damage on that Team Zero Bloomquist car. There, fans, he's out of the car. Give him a big round of applause, Trevor Landrum. All right, Trevor Landrum out of the car. You see him sitting on the track, trying to regain his bearings as the 18 car will get him back on all 4 wheels. So 21 laps are scored here tonight. Chris Ferguson has led every lap. Carson Ferguson is second. Jonathan Davenport is third. Devin Moran fourth. Jimmy Owens is fifth. 9 to go here at Smoky Mountain Speedway. We'll be back. See Garrett Albertson pulling away from the accident scene down there. Again, Trevor Landrum trying to get his bearings straight down there. He was upside down for a little bit of time there, obviously, if you've ever had that happen. So, again, he walks away, and his car on all fours. So, again, 21 laps completed, 9 remaining in this race. Garrett Albertson has made his way to the Heartbeat Hot Sauce Hot Pit down there. Debuted that new Longhorn last weekend at Eldora. Last year's O'Reilly Auto Parts Rookie of the Year. There's Garrett Smith, the reigning dirt track world champion in the 10 car. Randall Edwards, crew chief for the 10. So we're ready to go back under caution here. Once the track is clear down here is Trevor Landrum's car headed to the infield. There you see the top 2. Chris Ferguson, Carson Ferguson, Jonathan Davenport is 3rd, and 4th is Devin Moran. 5th is Jimmy Owens.
That's good. Okay. All right, so waiting for the caution lights to come back on here. 9 laps in the books. Again, it's Chris Ferguson, Carson Ferguson, Jonathan Davenport, Devin Moran, Jimmy Owens, and Dale McDowell, Mike Marlar, Hudson O'Neill, and I believe Max Blair will now be 10th. Actually, maybe 9th. So we'll roll them around here as we go back under caution. Again, Chris Ferguson has led every lap here tonight. Carson Ferguson 2nd at 93. Davenport is 3rd. Moran 4th. 5th is Owens. 6th is Dale McDowell. Hudson O'Neill is now 7th. Mike Marlar 8th. Max Blair is 9th. 10th is Austin Neely. So Corey Hedgecock's going to get a push. He started back in row number 10 on the outside, 20th. We'll see where the 23 will line up at. So again, Brady Cup, he'll talk to the top three in this first feature and also the second feature in Lucas Oil Victory Lane. Again, these do count in the all-time win total. Again, Chris Ferguson 3, looking for his fourth series win to become the 13th different winner this year. Carson Ferguson has never won a Lucas Oil race, coming off another strong Schaefer's Oil Spring Nationals title. For the driver of car 93, Jonathan Davenport still is third. Those three cars have been put on show because it has been hammered down here. So Jonathan Davenport, third different leader last Saturday night at Eldora, winning his second Dirt Late Model Dream. There's Moran, there's Owens, there's McDowell, O'Neill, Marler, Max Blair, Austin Neely, Corey Hedgecock, Doug Drown, Brent Vosbergen, and Caden Mullinax. Then on the back, you'll have Garrett Alberson and Garrett Smith. All right, the Racing for Brewers restart zone. 9 laps to go. Here in this first feature of the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series, Chris and Carson Ferguson will lead them out of turn 4. JD goes to the top, trying to dominate off the corner down the back straightaway. Moran fourth, Owens is fifth. Then you have Jimmy Owens behind Devin Moran. Then you have Dale McDowell and Hudson O'Neill up at turn 4. 22 scored here tonight for car 22. He drew number 22. His father, Brian Connard, so far the lucky number as he comes out of turn 4 down the main straightaway. 7 to go for Chris Ferguson. On the split box into turn 1, there's Jimmy Owens trying to hold off Hudson O'Neill. Hudson O'Neill in car number 1, the Rocket 1, started back in 10th, making a bid for a top 5 here on Jimmy Owens. They work turn 4. Carson Ferguson drove an excellent race, but Chris Ferguson has been better than anyone so far in this main event down the back straightaway. Davenport trying to lock himself in so he will not have to run a heat race here tomorrow night. Into turn 1. 5 laps to go for Chris Ferguson, Carson Ferguson, and then Jonathan Davenport. Devin Moran has lost a couple of spots. Jimmy Owens right now in the 4th spot. 5th is O'Neill. 6th is Moran. 7th is McDowell. 8th is Marler. Corey Hedgecock from 20th to 9th at 23. The BFM. Eagle Racing Engines 23. Always solid here in East Tennessee as they go into turn number 1. 3 to go. Right now it's about a 5-6 car length lead for Chris Ferguson. In the Team Zero Bloomquist Clements into turn number 4. Give him 2 to go. For 22. Good race back here between Jimmy Owens and Hudson O'Neill. 2 laps to go. White flag next time around. Here comes Davenport down the back straightaway. Davenport took a peek on the inside of Carson Ferguson. Out in turn 4. 1 to go for Chris Ferguson for his 4th career win in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. And put himself in the dash here tomorrow night. Davenport has a run down the back straightaway now. It goes to the bottom. Goes to the top, down to the bottom. As they come out of turn number 4, the Ferguson cousins win here tonight, 1st and 2nd in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. Davenport comes home in 3rd in 49. So they will go to the scales to make it official. And the defending Show Me 100 winner, one of the last cars to arrive here tonight. Again, as I mentioned, his father, Brian Connard, they drew the number 22 pill. And number 22 comes home with a victory here tonight. Carson Ferguson in 93, 2nd. Unofficially 3rd, Jonathan Davenport. Hudson O'Neill winds up in 5th after starting in 10th. or winds up in fourth, rather, in car number 1. Then Jimmy Owens fifth in 20. So the Spartan Transportation LLC, Diff Tran Machining, K&K Trucking, Live Oak, Aesthetic Family Dentistry, Schaefer's Oil, Carolina Roofing and Gutters, Fox Shocks, Bowtie Limousine, Team Zero Clements, with a 33-year-old out of Mount Holly, North Carolina, awaits to go to the scales. So again, unofficially, Carson Ferguson second, then Jonathan Davenport, Hudson O'Neill, and Jimmy Owens, your top 5 tonight. So pushing Chris Ferguson to the scales before he goes to Lucas Oil Victory Lane here tonight. So Chris Ferguson makes weight in the 22 car. As you see Carson Ferguson there for the droop rule. Chris will follow. Davenport has already cleared both of those, the weight and the droop. Carson Ferguson on his way, unofficially right now, second. And now Chris Ferguson. Ernie Leftwich from the Lucas Oil MLRA Series with us this weekend. Thirteenth different winner right now in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. The record all-time is 22. And we'll have Brady talk to Chris, see what occurred there on that final lap. Again, he will be in the dash tomorrow night. The top 3, he had no brakes. That is word from the infield. No brakes for Chris. But again, he'll be in the dash tomorrow night for the top 3 in Group A, top 3 Group B feature. And the winner of that dash, again, that'll be by a random draw. And whoever wins that will be on the pole here tomorrow night. I believe the same thing happened to Chris at the Show Me 100, if I recall. He lost his brakes there. He's good. So he is your winner tonight of the first 30-lap A main here tonight at Smoky Mountain Speedway. He is Chris Ferguson, and he'll go down to Lucas Oil Victory Lane. And Brady Cup, this happened to him at the Show Me 100, lost his brakes going to the pit area and took out a couple of trash cans.
I don't think you think
Cleveland, Missouri.
Don't think he took out anything here tonight, but he's going to be one happy young man as he pulls into victory lane here tonight. Absolutely dominated that 30-lap feature.
I think he'll get a bill from Forrest Lucas maybe on those trash cans. Not sure, buddy.
We'll ask you about that.
How about the Ferguson cousins? Great job tonight by Chris and Carson. Davenport comes home in third.
And I do believe that's the first occurrence that cousins have finished 1 and 2 in a Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series feature. So they push Chris Ferguson here into victory lane. We'll let him get he's got his helmet off and let him get his belts and things off. We'll get everything ready here in victory lane. Great looking trophy with the moonshine there. We'll have to check that, make sure that that's hasn't gone bad. Folks, here he comes out. Let's give a hand for your 30-lap feature winner here tonight out of Mount Holly, North Carolina, Chris Ferguson. And Chris, we were talking with James Essex there. You were out without brakes after the Show Me 100 last year. Tonight you're without brakes, but don't think you're going to be too concerned about that. Your 4th career Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series win, and man, you absolutely dominate that feature. Good job tonight, Chris.
Thank you so much. God's great. We had a rough weekend last weekend, and humbling sport of dirt late model racing. We're back here in victory lane, so that was a heck of a race. You know, I know me and Carson, you know, we battled down the front stretch. I knew it was going to be about who getting into one, and we were able to just kind of lean on them a little bit and then drive off in there. But I was just praying under that last caution. I lost brakes. Bloomquist comes down there and tells me, he's like, "Why are you running so high?" And I'm like, no brakes, you know, just drives into the corner, but the good Lord let me hold on, and we were able to bring it victory lane, so I'm just so thankful.
And you picked up $5,000 here tonight. Big thing is you are locked into tomorrow night's feature.
Yeah, for sure, man. I'm just happy to be locked in. Congratulations to my cousin Carson. He's going to win a lot of these races. If you don't know, he's going to win a lot of these races, a lot more than I'll ever win. But just thanks to all my sponsors that are watching. I got one of my buddy's shirts on. He's got diagnosed with cancer. And Jordan, we got your shirt on for you tonight. Glad we could win for you, man. I hope you and Lindsay are out back home celebrating. And just thanks to all my sponsors. I want to give them a shout out while I got the chance, because I hadn't been winning here lately. So Live Oak Family Dentistry, K&K Trucking, Spartan Transportation, the Racing Warehouse, Heckles Plumbing, let me thank Rosewood Assisted Living, On Time Construction, Count On It Construction, Carolina Roofing and Gutters, Schaefer's Oil, Bowtie Limousine Service, Fox Racing Shocks. You know, if you haven't heard of Fox or you haven't ran Fox, give them a shot. And all my product sponsors, everybody that's a part of this program, I'm so thankful. And like I said, just hope to be back here tomorrow night.
And you were one of the last drivers to get here today. You drew the Peel number 22. Are you going to run late tomorrow afternoon, Chris?
I think we're going to have to. There's a bunch of stuff dragging on this thing after tonight. So I guess tonight was my night, and I'm super thankful for it. And like I said, thanks to all the fans at home. If you don't pull for me, I hope you do now, and go to Shop Fergie 22 and get you a T-shirt. It's
Fergie time here tonight, Smoky Mountain Speedway. Let's hear it once again for your feature winner number 1 out of Mount Holly, North Carolina, Chris Ferguson. And we'll catch up with second place finisher Carson Ferguson. Carson, it started off tonight. It was a great night to have the last name of Ferguson. You chased down your cousin there all race long. Had a good hot rod here tonight. Cannot be disappointed with second place. And just like your cousin Chris there, you're locked in the big show tomorrow night.
Oh yeah, tomorrow night's the big one. So as long as we finished top 3 tonight, that's what the goal was. I wish I could have been the first Ferguson, but hopefully tomorrow night. But no, it was a good race. It was just a battle into turn 1. They did track prep, and it seemed to help for a few laps, but it's just so rough. It's hard to even hold on to the wheel through the run. So I gave it all I had. It wasn't from the lack of effort. I got to thank JD racing me clean. I feel like I hurt him a few times, but I'm sure he cut me a break once or twice. But it's a privilege race against these guys. I got to thank all my sponsors, the good Lord for keeping us safe, the great fans for coming out, and hopefully we can be one spot better tomorrow.
And we're looking forward to seeing you in that dash tomorrow night as well. But you're in the big show tomorrow night, Carson Ferguson.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
Folks, one more time, stay for your second place finisher, Carson Ferguson. We'll go back here and catch up with JD. Jonathan, big weekend last weekend. Of course, picking up the Dream, the Dirt Late Model Dream. Here tonight, just these other drivers threw a big challenge to you with the track the way it was. They came back out. You on dig every single lap, but not too bad. Third place finish, and just like these other two guys, you're locked into the big feature tomorrow night for $50,000.
Yeah, exactly. Good thing we qualified good, and we just got in third, and just pretty much was just holding on to that. You know, I didn't try too much stupid stuff to tear my car up. I tried to top a couple times and 1 and 2, just you know, just because I was bored running the bottom, really. But no, just got to thank my guys for building a piece that'll last through that stuff there. Got to thank the water truck tonight, I guess. It's pretty rough out there, but I know they're going to work on it and try to get it better for us tomorrow so we can make 60 laps and maybe everybody will finish.
And again, you've been challenged like this before. The track was not the ideal, but you worked out and kept it one in piece. And again, you're locked to the big show tomorrow night for $50,000 to win.
Absolutely. You know, that was the main goal, to come here and get locked in. And we did that. Like I said, luckily we qualified good without heat races. We didn't know that, we was going to get this curveball thrown at us. But like I said, just thanks to my guys, Nutrient Ag Solutions, ASC Warranty, Dyna-Gro, Longhorn Chassis, VP Fuels, Bill Stein Shocks. They got their work out tonight. But we'll go back through it and make sure we got all of our dots crossed and everything for tomorrow.
You'll have it ready for tomorrow night. He's in the big show. One more time, let's hear it for your third place finisher, Jonathan Davenport. And James, will send it back up to you, getting ready for the second 30 lap